Good morning. Welcome to Samdana Yoga, a practice for healing energetic bodies and strengthening physical body. Today's practice is about opposing energies, taking the body in one direction, lifting up and over to the other direction, and using this movement to support center point. The weather is rainy here. Often it's been sunny and warm. Often we have a change in weather. We'll feel universal energy supporting us, which is in this case opposing from sunshine to rain. We can liken opposition in our lives into the fact that we need it for balance. An opposing force allows us to find strength on the other end, the yin and the yang that supports us in life and on the mat. We'll start class today in child's pose. For the first few moments on your mat, just surrender. No change of breath, just an opportunity to let go, drop thoughts, no worries of attending the grocery store, or picking someone up from school, or heading to work, or whatever it might be. We let these thoughts go. We surrender to higher power as an opportunity to come to self. So just be here in child's, maybe fingertips reaching, elbows laying lightly on the floor, and taking this time just to be. As you allow the mind to clear and prepare for your practice, start your Ujjayi breath here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Establishing this connection to breath, feeling the rise of the chest or even the rise of the back as you take an inhale, and as you exhale, the back falls. Becoming one with this rhythmic breathing. Mindful of this oscillation that runs through the body, in and out, establishing our rhythmic patterns. As we begin to desire movement, we'll link it with breaths. So we'll take hip circles first. So on your next inhale, lean into your left or right hip and pull up and around towards tabletop, not defining it. The exhale takes you to the other hip. And then passes you towards child's, but not defining it. You're just barrel rolling the hips in this whatever direction you've chosen. Take a couple more with your breath. And then when it feels that you've had enough, take it to the other side, swinging like a pendulum. Take these hip circles in the other direction. Taking equal amounts here. When you're balanced to both sides, sit back in child's pose. Take one more inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, make your way up to tabletop. As you exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine for cat pose. Let the inhale pull your heart forward for cow. Let the exhale tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine for cat. Inhale pulls the heart forward, rolls the shoulders back. Exhale takes you to cat. Move a couple more times with your breath. When you feel like you've attended to the lumbar spine, we'll take a neutral position in the inhale, and then the exhale, we'll tuck the toes, lift the hips for down dog. Inhale, lifts us to toes, and exhale, drops the heels. Inhale, lifts us to toes, and exhale, drops the left heel, bends the right knee. Inhale, lifts to toes, and exhale, drops the right heel, bends the left knee. Inhale, lifts us to toes, exhale, left heel down, right knee bends. Inhale, lift to toes, exhale, right heel down, left knee bends. Inhale, lift to toes, exhale, drop both heels. Inhale, lift to toes, exhale, drop both heels, and walk your hands back towards your feet, forward fold the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, heart pulls forward, hands stay on block or earth. Exhale, fold. Taking a twist to the right, bending the left knee, left hand down. On an inhale, reach forward with the right hand and lift it to sky. As you exhale, right hand comes back to earth. And then taking a twist to the left, bend the right knee, right hand down. Inhale, left hand reaches forward and up like the rising of the sun. The exhale takes the left hand back down to the earth. The inhale pulls the heart forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold. And then from here, inhale in your forward fold, and exhale, bend your knees, keeping your hands supported on the earth. You're coming into like a supported skier. Inhale, straighten legs. Exhale, bend the knees. They're coming lining up, close to being lined up with the hips and knees together. Inhale, straightens legs. Exhale, bend the knees. And then inhale, straightens leg and heart pulls forward. Exhale, fold. Take a twist to the left again. Bending the right knee, right hand down. Inhale, take the left hand forward and up. Exhale, bring the left hand down to the earth. Bend the left knee. And on the inhale, take the right hand forward and up. And exhale, take the right hand down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly on the inhale, roll the spine all the way up to standing. Let the hands reach the sky as you lift the head up. And then exhale out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky, and exhale, bring the hands behind you to clasp the hands and open the shoulders and heart. As you pull the hands in a clasp position away from the body, maybe on the inhale you rock up to toes, and on the exhale you drop the heels. Maybe you just rock forward to the balls of the feet, and exhale, come to the heels. Take what rocking motion, if any, feels right to you. We're here for 3 or 4 more breaths. Every ascension carries an inhale, and every descending motion an exhale. And eventually make your way to stillness. On an exhale, release your clasped hands. On an inhale, reach up to sky. And as you exhale, left foot joins right and hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky. As you exhale, right hand takes hold of left wrist. Inhale, reach and lengthen through the left fingertips. And as you exhale, fingertips towards the right as you stretch left side body. So mindful here that as we reach to the right, it allows us to stretch the left. Opposition allows this stretch. Take one more inhale, and as you exhale, drop your right hand down by your side. Take an inhale and reach through your left fingertips. And as you exhale, drop your left hand behind your right ear. And on an inhale, pull your left elbow away from your right hip. Exhaling here. Next inhale, lifts the left hand back to sky and right hand follows. Exhale out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky, and as you exhale, left hand takes hold of right wrist. Reach and extend through the right side body, and as you exhale, fingertips to the left to allow for a right side body stretch. Breathe here, a couple of breaths. Mindful again that we reach in one direction to stretch the other side of the body. Now on an inhale, reach, and as you exhale, left hand drops away towards the earth. Inhale, reach through right fingertips. Exhale, right hand behind left ear. And on an inhale, pull your right elbow away from your left hip. Exhaling here. Inhale, right hand reaches to sky, left hand follows. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky, and exhale, bring the hands behind you. Clasp the hands once again, step the feet together. Step the feet apart. And inhale, lift up to toes, and exhale, drop your heels. Establish whatever rocking pattern, if any, is right for you as you move the hands away from the body in a clasped position to open shoulders and heart. Take a couple more breaths here, and as we lift up onto the toes, we're pressing down into the K1, the bottom of the beginning of the kidney meridian. It's called the K1. They run up from underneath the feet, circle around the back of the ankle, come up the inside of the thighs, all the way to just below the collarbones. Now find stillness here, and on the exhale, release your clasp. On the inhale, reach up to sky, and as you exhale, step your feet together and bring your hands to heart center. On an inhale, reach up to sky, and as you reach up to side, extend your index fingers. As you exhale, take your index fingers over to the right. Once again, stretch left side body. Gaze up underneath left arm. It's a Bikram style stretch. Inhale, reach it up to sky. Exhale, out through the mouth, cleansing breath, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky, lengthen both side bodies, and then as you exhale, index fingers reach over to the left for right side body stretch. Gaze up underneath right arm. Big toes press into the earth and belly is lifted. On an inhale, reach it back to sky. Exhale, once again, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, offer the heart up, reach to the sky. Exhale, bow to the earth, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then take the feet wide. And just from the earth, inhale up to skier, meaning bend your knees and extend your fingertips straight forward. Breathing here, draw your belly button to your backbone. So fingertips are reaching forward. Everything is in line with the hips. Hands, head, shoulders, knees, hips. Take one more inhale, and as you exhale, fold over to forward fold. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Take the feet out wide and sit down into Malasana, Hindi squat. Toes are facing out, heels are facing in, just slightly. We're sitting down between the hips and using the back of the triceps to open the hips. Hands are in prayer at heart center, and the heart is lifted. We breathe here about 5 breaths. On your next inhale, let the heart just pull forward, staying in the same position. But as you exhale, return the hands to the earth, lift the hips, walk the feet back to comfortable distance apart. And then on an inhale, pull your heart forward for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then go ahead and walk your hands out to high plank. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Drop down to the belly, extend and reach to the toes. And on an inhale, pull your heart forward and roll your shoulders back for cobra pose. Minimal weight in the hands right here. Then as you find those hips anchored and feet anchored to the floor, press a little more into your hands and lift up for an extended cobra. And then on your next exhale, return your heart to the earth, and on your toes or knees, back to plank and down dog. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, drop your heels. And then on an inhale, right leg reaches up to sky. As you exhale, step the right foot between the hands. You're in a runner's lunge. And we're just going to breathe a little bit here, just rocking back and forth from right foot to left and letting that right leg slightly straighten back and forth. So it's an inhale in the runner's lunge, and exhale as you kind of rock back towards the back heel and slightly straighten front leg. Back and forth, back and forth. Now on your next inhale, step into your right leg and lift your back leg. This is grounded airplane. Exhale, forward fold, left foot meets the right. Inhale, heart pulls forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Press off the earth. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, out through nose or mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky. Exhale, bow to earth, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Purposely step the right foot back. You're in a runner's lunge. Left foot joins, you're in a high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga push-up. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift into cobra, up dog. And then exhale, return to down dog. Inhale, lift to your toes. Exhale, drop your heels. And then inhale, your left leg reaches up to sky. Exhale, left foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Remember, we're going to hold and breathe again here, so just gently rocking back and forth from the front foot to the back foot. And as we do so, letting the front leg straighten just a little bit. The inhales bring us into the lunge, and the exhales rock us towards the back heel, slightly straightening front leg, back and forth, just warming up that hamstring. And then on your next inhale, step into your left leg, lift your right leg straight out from the right hip behind you, grounded airplane. Exhale, forward fold, right foot meets the left. Inhale, heart pulls forwards, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, push off the earth, reach to the heavens, fingertips lifting in this reverse swan dive. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, bow to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Purposely step your left foot back, your right foot is forward. Then right foot joins its high plank or modified plank, whichever's right for you. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga push-up. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And exhale, returns you to down dog. Inhale, lift to toes. Exhale, drop your heels. Inhale, lift to toes. Exhale, drop your heels. Inhale, your right leg reaches up to sky. Exhale, your right foot between your feet. Runner's lunge, drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale up, modified lunge, fingertips reach to sky. Then as you exhale, lower the right hand down right by the right hip and reach to the left fingertips for a left side body stretch. Right hand could be on a block. We want to stay as deep in the lunge as we were before, so the right hand may not touch the floor, and that's okay. You can rest on a block or just reach. Now on an inhale, take your right hand back to meet your left. Exhale your hands on either side of the front foot and push it back to splits prep. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Holding and breathing in this splits prep, let your right foot flex, right toes to right shin. Breathe into the right hamstring, right calf. Hips are basically side by side and just slightly behind that left knee. And then we'll move into a twist. Let your left hand be placed right under your left shoulder on a block or on the earth. And then we're going to take a twist to the right. So tap your right toes with your right hand. And then on an inhale, reach the right hand forward and up for a twist to the right. Your shoulders are stacking. Your right toes are still facing straight up to sky and foot is still flexed. Take 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to transition into triangle pose. Don't go there yet. We're going to press off the earth as we reach to the heavens in support of coming into this pose. So take an inhale, reach to your right hand. As you exhale, right hand comes down, start to bend into that right knee, tuck the back toes, come off the back knee. Now your front knee's still bent. Right hand is on a block or on the earth. Now on an inhale, start to straighten that front leg as the left hand reaches forward and up and brings you into triangle pose. We're here holding in triangle for about 6 to 8 breaths. So that pushing off the earth and reaching in opposition helps bring us energetically into triangle pose, allows us to expand from center point out. Enjoy this expansion. Your right big toe presses down into the earth to engage the energy up through center point and through the left hand. Now, as you push that, we're going to lift an up and over arc over the body. So as you press into that right big toe, see if you can take your right hand straight out in front of, well, straight out to the side. So it would line up with the right foot. And you just lift it from where its foundational support was. Now, if this feels okay to you, on an inhale, so your right hand's lifted, this is core integration. On an inhale, lift all the way up to 5-point star and let the hands clap above the head. You're tapping ninth chakra and your right toes are facing out just like left toes. So you're in a wide leg fold. Now, as you exhale, separate the hands and sink into warrior two facing the left. So in the left knee bent, you're in a warrior two facing the back of your mat. Take 2 more breaths here. So if you had a hard time following that, it was from triangle, right hand lifted, then you reach to the left hand and you bring the right and left hand up to center, toes face out, you tap ninth chakra and you sink into warrior two. Now from your warrior two, on an inhale, straighten that front leg, straight leg reverse. Exhale into modified side angle, left forearm finds the left thigh. On an inhale, right fingertips reach forward and up to bring you into expansion and side angle. So we always reach underneath the body, pull it forward. We strengthen our center point as we come into these poses, such as triangle and side angle and half moon, by reaching forward and up. Hold for a couple more breaths in this modified side angle. On your next inhale, reach through your right hand. Now, as you exhale, take your right hand to sweep the earth and pivot a quarter turn towards the right. You're back in a wide leg fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're moving into Skandasana on the left side. So on an inhale, pull your heart forward. And as you exhale, sink Skandasana left side. This is left toes facing slightly out, left heel in. Right toes are facing up. Right leg is straight. So you're in a squat, bending that left knee. Breathe here, just 1 or 2 more breaths, not long hold. And then pushing off the earth on inhale, come back to wide leg fold as the heart pulls forward. Exhale, fold, resetting the spine. Pivot a quarter turn towards the right, finding yourself in runner's lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, forward fold, left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift, heart pulls forward. Exhale, fold, push off the earth. Inhale, rise to standing, reverse swan dive. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Take in tree, standing on the right leg. Bring the left foot up where you want it to be for tree pose. Left toes can be on floor, or the left foot can be above the right ankle, or the left foot can be above the knee. And then let your hands reach the sky, clasp your hands, and then bring the hands behind the head. So your elbows are reaching in either direction. And then check in with your center point. Draw the belly button back towards the spine and lengthen the spine. Equal weight in that standing foot. And just breathe here. Now we're gonna, just keep staying breathing. I'm gonna tell you where we go. We're gonna move into half moon using our center point in rotational direction to bring us into half moon. If you choose not to take this, you can just kick away and stand into Tadasana, or you can take half moon from the floor. If you want to try moving from center point into it, On an inhale, take your hands up to sky and lift your left knee into your chest. Then as you exhale, start to kick the left leg back. Let the hands cross in one another as they reach in either direction, headed to half moon. Right hand is down on the floor on a block. Left hand is up. You're in a half moon standing on your right leg. You should feel strongly supported in your half moon. If you want to redirect, if that was an unusual thing to transition for you in that, you can try it again. But hold your half moon as long as you'd like. It's about an 8 breath hold. We're reaching in either direction for our balance through the left leg and crown of the head and fingertip to fingertip. We expand from center out, radiating pose. Take one more inhale. Now as you exhale, bring the left hand down, lever the hips and grounded airplane. Take an inhale here and exhale, forward fold. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, fingertips reach. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to sky. Exhale, bow to the earth, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back to high plank. Take your vinyasa and we'll meet in down dog. Returning to your down dog. On an inhale, lift your toes. Exhale, drop your heels. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, drop your heels. This resets the spine as we move to the other side. Taking that same sequence to the other side. On an inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale up, modified lunge. Fingertips are reaching to sky. Exhale here. And then we're going to move into that side body stretch. So keeping the hips where they are. On an inhale, reach. And as you exhale, left hand comes down by the left hip. Fingertips can be on a block here, just on the floor, or not. They might just be reaching towards the earth. Right side body is stretching. On an inhale, take the left hand back up to meet the right. Exhale the hands on either side of the front foot and press it back to splits prep. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and breathe here, stretching the left hamstring, left calf, left toes are pulling back towards the shin, flexing the left foot. Check in with your Ujjayi breath. And then we'll be taking a twist to the left. So right hand on the earth or block, right underneath right shoulder. Let the left hand tap the left toes. And then on an inhale, reach the left hand forward and up as you come into a twist to the left. Shoulders are stacking. Left shoulder over right. Left hand right is over right hand. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And then we'll transition using the breath and using heaven and earth to bring us into triangle. So take an inhale as you reach the left hand. As you exhale, left hand comes down, bend into left knee. Tuck the back toes, come off the back knee. Left knee is still bent. Now on an inhale, start to reach the right hand forward and up as you push off the earth, straightening the left leg. Right hand comes to sky. Triangle pose. Hold and breathe here. You have about 5 more breaths here in this triangle. Your left big toe is pressing down into the earth to engage the energy from the earth up through the left leg and reaching up through the right hand. As we do this, we might find lightness in the left hand and be able to lift it off the leg straight up so it's in line with the left foot. This is core integration. And then on an inhale, keep reaching back with the right hand as the left hand comes up to join us. Left toes face forward and you're in a 5-point star. And then as you exhale, tap the hands together above the head. You're tapping ninth chakra. And then on your next exhale, you come out into a warrior 2 facing the back, bending into right knee. You're in a warrior 2. If that transition was unusual for you, it's triangle to the front, lifting the left hand, and then on an inhale, you pull up to center, 5-point star, fingertips facing out, tapping the left chakra, and exhale into warrior 2, facing the back, bending into the right knee. From your warrior 2, on an inhale, straighten front leg, straight leg reverse. Exhale, modified side angle, right forearm finds the right thigh, and as you inhale, left hand reaches forward and up into that modified side angle. So we draw underneath the body, pull it forward, and rotate into our pose. This is rotational transitioning. Strengthens the center point. You have about 2 or 3 more breaths in modified side angle. Check in with your Ujjayi breath. On an inhale, reach to the left hand. And as you exhale, let the left hand sweep the earth as you pivot a quarter turn towards the left. You're in a wide leg fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart pulls forward, hands on ground or block. Exhale, fold. Moving into Skandasana on the right side. Inhale, pull your heart forward, and as you exhale, sink into that right hip. Right toes turn slightly out, right heel turns slightly in as you come into that Skandasana. Left toes are facing up. Left leg is long and straight. It's a connection, the right heel to the earth. Breathe here a couple more breaths. Hands can be supporting you in this pose. And then pushing off the earth. On an inhale, come back to wide leg, toes facing forward. Pull the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Pivot a quarter turn towards the left. You're back in a runner's lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, fingertips reach. Exhale, out through nose or mouth, hands to heart center. And then we're moving into tree, standing on the left leg. So let those right toes come up, a right foot come up where you want it to be. The right toes can be on the earth. The right foot can be just above the left ankle or above the left knee. And then on an inhale, hands reach up to sky and clasp. And as you exhale, place the hands behind the head, elbows pull in either direction. Once again, belly is lifting up, spine is long, equal weight in the standing foot. And you may choose to stay right here or just kick away and come to Tadasana. You don't have to take that transitioning half moon, or you can come to half moon from the floor. Do what's right for you. But if you're transitioning into it from tree, on an inhale, lift the hands up to sky and pull your right knee into your chest. As you exhale, start to kick into the back heel, coming into half moon. Hands come across the front of one of each other, and we reach in either direction into half moon pose. Once you find your half moon, hold and breathe here for about 7-8 breaths. reaching through that right heel, pulling forward with that crown of the head and reaching fingertip to fingertip from the center of the heart out. We find lightness in half moon, support, strength. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, bring the right hand down, grounded airplane, leveling out the hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, forward fold, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to sky. Exhale, bow the body forward. Forward fold, or swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then let the body come down to a toe squat. So you just bend the knees, hands are on the floor. You're just, let the forehead drop towards the tailbone, releasing the back of the neck. Let the hips grow heavy, and we're going to come into what we call rollbacks. We're just going to let our hips softly drop down to the floor, roll back and forth on your mat. This rocking back and forth on the mat strengthens radiate circuits, which in kind strengthen the immune system. It's like laughter. When's the last time you rolled back and forth like a kid? Eventually we just rock onto our back. We're going to move into half virasana. If it's in your practice, just lean onto your left hip, folding and bending at the right knee. Fold your right foot beside you. So the top of the foot is on the earth, right knee is bent. Just roll back over to both hips, or sitting on the bottom. And you're in half virasana. Just breathe here. Your left leg can stay extended, or the left knee can bend and place the left foot on the floor. This can be a little bit softer. And just breathe into your right hip extensor on your right quad. Now, if taking this was too hard from the ground, you can rock up to seated. Fold right there at the right knee, bending right knee, fold the foot behind you, and then lower yourself either down all the way to your back or on a bolster on your forearms. So take what's right for you and just breathe in this half virasana. We're preparing our body for bridge and wheel. Take about 4 more deep breaths here. Last couple of breaths here. And then choose what's right for you to move out of it and take it to the other side. For me, I just lean on the left hip, release the right foot, extend the right leg, lean onto the right hip and fold at the left knee, left foot folding up by the left hip, back of the left foot on the floor. If you need to, reposition, hug knees and chest, rock back and forth, come up to seated, or work your way up to seated. Fold your left leg behind you here or beside you and come down onto your back or forearms or a bolster. And breathe on this side. In half virasana. Breathing into the left hip extensor. You have a couple more breaths here. And then we're going to release this in what manner suits you, meaning you can forearm it back up, lift back up to seated, hug your knees into your chest, rock back and forth, or you can lean onto your right hip, release your left foot, hug your knees into your chest, and once again, rock back and forth on your mat, back and forth on your mat. Eventually, you just roll onto your back, and we're going to be moving into bridge posture. You can certainly use supported bridge if you like, meaning placing the block underneath the sacrum. You may feel strongly supported here in this bridge alone, so do what's right for you. Check in with your body, listen to it, let it be your guide. If you choose to follow forward in bridge pose, feet are hip distance apart, knees over ankles, gaze is up, and then on your next exhale, lengthen your tailbone. On an inhale, lift your hips, come into bridge posture. Your hands may stay where they are. They might clasp together. Roll your shoulders underneath you a little more and breathe deep in bridge. We're here for a couple of minutes in bridge posture. So staying with your Ujjayi breath. Every inhale, expanding through the heart, expanding through the collarbones and shoulders, and exhales, releasing and letting go. It's a great place to offer up forgiveness, any offering that heals the heart. Breathe into this space. You might even choose to envision, if you will, a piercing of the heart to release and let go. If you choose to follow in this visualization, it's like having a pick come through the back of the heart. And as it does, so it moves through the heart, punctures forward through the front of the heart and releases the heart healing energy. This might be a pink light to you. It might be another color. And as you release this healing energy, breathe intention into it. Be it for yourself or someone else. Offer this energy up. Maybe it's the yearnings of the Kalpatura. Tiny chakra there that knows the desires of the being. Stay with your Ujjayi breath here. And now always know you can release anytime you want. If you do so, you can release your, back down and knees together, feet out wide, if that's right for you. But we're here for about 5 more breaths. On your next exhale, slowly lower your spine down to the mat, and then let your feet be a little, just hip distance apart. Let your low back stay on the earth. We have an option here if you choose to move into wheel posture. In wheel posture, hands reach up above the head, place the palms on the mat, fingertips facing in towards the shoulders. On an exhale, lengthen the tailbone, and on an inhale, lift the hips for wheel posture. If you choose to not take wheel, you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide in a reclined butterfly or reclined Baddha Konasana. And just breathe there, whichever one you've chosen. If you're in wheel, you have about 3 more deep breaths. Belly's pushing up towards the earth. As you push off the feet, to push up through the belly, you'll extend the heart backwards through the arms. Last few breaths here. Then on your exhale, if you're in wheel, slowly lower all the way to the ground. You have an option to take 1 more wheel if you choose, or you can go to reclined butterfly, feet together, knees out wide, or just stay in reclined butterfly if you're already there. So if you want to take wheel again, once again, feet are hip distance apart, knees over ankles, palms on the earth, fingertips facing towards the shoulders. Press into the feet as you lift the hips and breathe here. Keep pressing off of the feet to push up into the belly, bringing the heart forward between the hands. Take 3 more breaths here. And then on your next exhale, lower down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And we'll join the others here for reclined Supta Baddha Konasana. We're here for several breaths. Opportunity here to take cleansing breaths. Often back extension can build up agitation in the body, so we want to release this. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. And then pranic building breath if you like. Take an inhale, this will build energy for the body. Take an inhale and keep inhaling, no exhale. Maybe rub your hands up and down your torso as you feel the torso with breath, with prana, life force. And then hold this breath and hold it in as long as you can. With a big sigh, open the mouth and let it go. If that felt good to you and you'd like another, take another inhale. Keep inhaling. Maybe press into the back of the head and readjust the shoulders and bring more life force into the body. Rock the hips as you bring more life force into the hips. And then hold this breath and let prana seek release. And as it does, it nourishes the cells in the body. When you can no longer hold the breath, it's a big sigh that releases the breath. And then we just hold and breathe naturally in this reclined position. We're here for a couple of minutes. Our practice is not over unless you choose it to be, but we are resting here on the earth for a couple more minutes, enjoying this reclined open hip position. Arms can be on the belly or they can be out by the sides. They can be in goddess, arms, whatever supports you. we'll be transitioning to the back of the mat in an arc over the body. So on an inhale, let your right hand reach up and over in an arc. And as you exhale, place your right hand behind you, your left hand joins, and your right knee pulls in for cheetah. Inhale up, 3-point. Exhale, right foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, and cartwheel open for warrior 2. Hold and breathe in your warrior 2. Inhale up, straight leg reverse, right fingertips reach. Exhale into full side angle or modified. We're here for 5 full breaths. On an inhale, reach through your left hand, and as you exhale, bring your left hand down, pivot onto the ball of that back foot, and both hands are on the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot over a couple inches to the right, drop down to your back knee, and then come down to your forearms, either on the earth or on a block for the super pigeon. Some people call it lizard, some people call it dragon, but our right foot is trying to stay flat on the earth. And we're deeply breathing into that right hip. You can come onto the blade of the right foot if necessary. But we want our equal weight in our forearms, being on the block or the earth. And you're here for about 4 or 5 more breaths. Moving out of this, bring your palms to the earth. Take your right hand to the outside of your right foot and press back to splits prep. Halfway lift and fold. Stay here or choose to come out for full splits. We're here for about 5 breaths. If you chose full splits, use your core to slide back into splits prep. And then just step into the right foot, tuck the back toes, come off the back knee, spin the back heel down. You're in a shortened pyramid. Go ahead and pivot a quarter turn towards the left. You're in a wide leg fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Pivot a quarter turn towards the left again. You're in a runner's lunge facing the front of your mat. Inhale, grounded airplane, back leg lifts. Exhale, forward fold, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky. Exhale, bow it forward, swan dive. Coming to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back to high plank. Take an inhale here and exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Extend your left hand straight out from your left shoulder. So your left wrist is in line with your left shoulder. Left hand's reaching to the left side of the room. Then roll on to the left side body and bring right foot onto floor. Right hand can stay in front of the chest on the mat. They are just helping to open the left shoulder. Or the right hand can reach behind to take hold of the left fingertips with the palm still facing down. You can also, to increase the sensation, bring the left foot onto the floor beside the right. Bring the knees together. Lie the right hip on the ground if possible. Just deepening sensation. Breathe here a couple more breaths. We're moving out of this. If your left foot's on the floor, extend your left leg, roll onto your belly, extend your right leg out. You're on your belly in a prone position. Maybe your forehead is on the ground and your arms are like cactus, elbows away, in line with the shoulders. And just breathe here in this prone position, releasing and letting go. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press back into Vajrasana or into Child's Pose. And then sit up on your heels for Vajrasana. So we push through Child's Pose, sit up on heels, Vajrasana. We're sitting on the heels. If this in any way bothers your knees, you can place a blanket or towel behind the knees. You can put a block between the legs, whatever's right for you. We have an opportunity here for Kapalabhati breath. So Kapalabhati breath is the pumping of the belly. The exhales pump the belly in. The inhale is passive. You can do this with short, quick breaths out through the mouth or out through the nose. So we take an inhale and then either out through the nose or out through the mouth, short, quick breaths, focusing only on the exhale. The inhale's passive. Hand can be on belly to see if the exhale's making the belly move in. If not, just restart the breath. So you have about 45 more seconds here in Kapalabhati breathing. If you're pregnant, you want to opt out of this and just sit on the heels and breathe. If you've chosen Kapalabhati breath, on your next exhale, release all the breath out of the belly. Push it out, push it out, push it out until the pelvic floor lifts. Then on an inhale, come up to kneeling. Circle the arms away from the heart. Keep inhaling, keep inhaling. Then hold the breath and bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And then exhale out through the mouth, sigh, lay onto the floor, Child's Pose, and breathe here. You're here for 4 or 5 breaths. If you're dizzy, stay here several more breaths. Moving on to the other side. On an inhale, come up to hands and knees. Exhale, tuck around the spine for cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift to toes. Exhale, drop your heels. Inhale, lift to toes, and exhale, drop your heels. Inhale, lift to toes. Exhale, drop your heels and take a bend in the knees and push all the air out of the belly and lightly float to the front of your mat. At the front of your mat, inhale, halfway lift, forward fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to sky. Exhale, bow it forward, swan dive. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. You're in a runner's lunge. Left leg is forward. Moving into revolve side angle, the right hand down. The left hand reaches forward and up to take the twist to the left. You can choose to stay here in this lifted revolve side angle. Or you can choose to drop that back leg, which would be the right knee, down onto the ground, untuck the toes, and lift up in a supported twist here. If you're taking the twist here, let the left hand come to the outside of the right hip. Let the right hand come to the outside of the left knee. And on every inhale, lift up through the spine, and as you exhale, increase the twist. You have about 3 or 4 more breaths here. If you chose to stay in revolve side angle without the back knee drop, go ahead and on an exhale, bring your left hand down, spin your back heel down, straighten your front leg, pyramid pose, halfway lift and fold to release the spine. If you chose to bend the back knee, Go ahead and on an inhale, let your right hand release up to sky. Let your left hand follow. Exhale your hands down on either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes, spin the back heel down, straighten the front leg. Halfway lift, pulling the heart forward and fold in your pyramid pose. Squaring the hips here, let your right foot step up where you want it to be. Check your stance, make sure it's hip distance apart. And then halfway lift and fold again. We're moving into revolved triangle. Right hand down and left hand reaches forward and up for revolved triangle. Left big toe presses deeply into the earth, as does the right. And every inhale pulls our heart forward, and exhale we increase the twist. Continue to breathe here 4 or 5 more breaths. And then releasing this on the exhale, that left hand comes down. You're in pyramid. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to move into half moon, standing on the left leg. So soften the front knee, pivot onto the ball of the back foot. On an inhale, stepping into the left foot, bring the right fingertips forward and up and come into half moon pose and hold and breathe here. 3 or 4 breaths. As you inhale, reach through the right hand. And as you exhale, let the right hand come down, grounded airplane. Inhale here, exhale, right foot to the back of the mat, runner's lunge. Pivot a quarter turn towards the right. You're in a wide leg fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Moving into Skandasana on the left side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana, left side. Left toes out, left heel in. Breathe here for a couple of breaths. Pushing off the earth, inhale pulls you up to wide leg fold, heart pulling forward, toes facing forward. Exhale, fold. Pivot a quarter turn towards the right. You're facing the back of the mat. Inhale, grounded airplane. Exhale, forward fold. Oh, exhale, left foot beats the right. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise to standing, fingertips reach to sky. Exhale, out through nose or mouth, hands to heart center. Moving into eagle, standing on the right leg. Bending the right knee, lift the left leg up and over. Take the arms out to a T, and as you exhale, place the right elbow underneath the left. This time, right palm inside the left palm, elbows as high as the shoulders. Hold and breathe here. 2 or 3 more breaths, or as long as it feels right to you. We're going to be transitioning into half moon, standing on the right leg here. So if that's suits you, we'll take that. If not, you can just kick away when you're ready to release them and come to Tadasana. So if you're transitioning to half moon, on an inhale, lift it up and away, and as you exhale, kick into that left leg, reach to the crown of the head, and then reach in either direction, fingertip to fingertips, balancing on that right leg, right hand down, left hand up for half moon pose. Take 3 more breaths here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, left hand comes down for grounded airplane. Inhale here, exhale, left foot to the back of the mat, pivot a quarter turn towards the left. And you're at a wide leg fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. And then if you've chosen Tadasana, inhale, reach up to sky, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, exhale, bow the body forward, swan dive. Coming to forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Step your left foot back, pivot a quarter turn towards the left. You're in a wide leg fold with the rest of us. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. And then pivot a quarter turn towards the left. You're facing the front of the room. Runner's lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, come into chair. Hands at heart center. Take a prayer twist to the left. Right elbow past left knee. Stay here or choose side crow. Two or three more breaths in the option you've chosen. And then release into your forward fold when you're ready. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back and come into pigeon on the left side. If you'd like to come in pigeon from 3-point, you can just pull your left knee in for cheetah, lift it up 3-point, come into pigeon, but it's on the left side. Left knee to the outside of the left wrist, and we fold forward in our pigeon and breathe here for about 5 breaths. Coming out of your pigeon, place your hands underneath your shoulders. On an inhale, lift up your heart. As you exhale, lean onto the left hip, swing the right leg around. We're coming into tree on the floor. So left heel's in its center point, right leg's extended, right toes are facing up, and right foot is flexed. On an inhale, reach up to sky, and as you exhale, fold the body forward in tree on the floor pose. Janu Shirshasana. Take about 4 more breaths here. We're going to move into an arc over the body, facing to the back of the mat with cheetah, left leg pulled in for cheetah, facing the back. So on an inhale, lift your left arm up and over. Exhale, place the left hand behind you, right hand joins, and left leg's pulled in for cheetah. Inhale up, 3-point, left leg lifting. Exhale, left foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, cartwheel the hands up, warrior 2, and hold and breathe in warrior 2. On an inhale, come up straight-legged reverse. Exhale into your side angle. You can always modify, but we're here for about 5 or 6 breaths. On an inhale, reach to the right fingertips, and as you exhale, right hand comes down, pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Both hands are inside that left leg. We're going to walk the left foot over to the left a couple of inches, drop down to the back knee, untuck the toes, and place the forearms on a blocker on the earth. So we're coming to super pigeon here, and that left hip, so left leg is forward, forearms are down on the ground or on a block. Heart is still pulling forward, breathing into that left hip. Left foot is on the ground ideally, or you can roll onto the blade of the left foot, whatever supports you. About 3 more breaths here. Moving out of this, bring the palms to the floor and take the left hand to the outside of the left foot. And then just push back to splits prep. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You're in a splits prep. And then option to slide this out to full splits. We're here for about 5 more breaths. If you took full splits, use your core strength to draw yourself back into splits prep. And then step into your left foot, tuck your back toes, come off your back knee, or you're in a short pyramid. Pivot a quarter turn towards the right, you're in a wide leg fold. Halfway lift and fold. And then heel toe your feet in a little bit enough to, or just turn your heels in, enough to come into a Hindi squat. But then go ahead and come down onto your bottom, extend your legs out. We're going to come into a wide leg seated forward fold. So sitting on our bottoms, legs out to either side, flexing the feet, maybe take the hips forward as far as you can go, and then on an inhale lift the hands up to sky, and exhale fold in your wide leg seated forward fold. And just breathe here. You're here for several breaths, about 10-12 breaths. Sometimes I like to find movement here. So if you want to move left hand to right foot and right hand to left foot, back and forth a few times just to create some space, and then come back to that fold at center. Do what's right for you. If this is offering extreme sensation, you might place a bolster underneath your torso or a block underneath your forehead or chest if the body doesn't want to come all the way down to the floor. Take about 3 more breaths here. And then slowly walk the hands back up to center. And then take the left leg and join it over to the right until you're facing forward in Dandasana at the front of your mat. So you're sitting on your bottom, legs are extended in front of you, feet are flexed. On an inhale, reach up to sky, and exhale, fold for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold with legs extended straight out in front of you. We're just rejoining the energies of the body. You have 3 more breaths here. Slowly walk the hands up the shins. And then take the hands down by the hips and bring your feet to the floor. So you bend your knees, feet come to the floor, and then press into your palms to lift your hips up and slide them forward about a foot. Then gently roll back and forth on your mat, back and forth on your mat, and rock your way up to a standing forward fold. Once you find your forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, out through the mouth, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to sky. Exhale, bow the body forward, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump back to high plank. Inhale here and exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Taking that shoulder opener, extend the right hand straight out from the right shoulder, right wrist in line with right shoulder. So right fingertips are reaching to the right side of the room. Roll on to right side body, bring left foot onto floor. Option to keep the left hand here in front of the chest on the earth and pressing gently into those left fingertips to open the right shoulder. Or left hand can reach back around to take hold of the right fingertips with the right palm still facing down. If you need more sensation, right foot can step up beside a left foot, both feet on the ground, knees can come together, and left hip can lie on the ground. Take about 3 more breaths here. And coming out of this, if your both feet are on the ground, extend that right leg out first and then roll onto your belly, both legs extended. Bring the arms, cactus arms, elbows in line with shoulders, forehead to the earth. You're in a prone position on the earth. And just stay here, release, let go. You're here for about a minute. Hands come underneath this. You can stay here as long as you like. If you want to finish up with Kapalabhati breath in an inversion, hands come underneath the shoulders, press back through child, and then sit up on the heels for Vajrasana pose. Once again, you can place a blanket or towel behind the knees if there's any tweakiness in the knees, or you can sit on a block if there's any tension on the ankles. And then Kapalabhati breath again, if you choose. If you're pregnant, you want to avoid this. If you have high blood pressure, you may want to avoid this too, as it can raise the blood pressure. So if you're choosing to sit in Vajrasana and you're not taking the Kapalabhati breath, you might tuck your toes under and just sit on your heels and say hello to your feet. You can also do this with taking Kapalabhati. Choose what's right for you. We'll move into the breathwork section if that is what you choose. Take an inhale, then as you exhale, quick breaths out through nose or mouth, pumping the belly in on the exhales. You're here for about 45 seconds. Exhale all the breath out. Push it out, push it out, push it out till you feel the pelvic floor lift. Then inhale up to kneeling. Circle the arms away from the heart. Keep inhaling. And then bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Hold the breath in. And then exhale, big sigh out through the mouth. Fold it down to child. And just stay here in your child's pose for as long as it serves you. If you're dizzy, stay here longer until the body rebalances itself. Kapalabhati breath is also known as skull polishing breath. It clears the mind. So sometimes it can make you a tiny bit dizzy, depending on how much you had to clear. If you choose here to come into an inversion, which was the option I chose, maybe Shirshasana with the hands around the back of the head and pressing into the forearms to come into your inversion. You could take dolphin, you could take tripod headstand, anyone that suits you, and you don't have to take any inversion. You may choose to stay in child, you may choose to sit up in Vajrasana. If you took the inversion and you're in Shirshasana with hands clasped behind the head, play with extending from center point and then exhaling out by dropping the legs. So it's follow my breath or my cues here. Inhale through your toes, and as you exhale, just bend the right knee. And then inhale the right leg back up and exhale, bend at the left knee. Inhale the left leg back up and exhale, bend the right. Inhale the right leg straight, exhale the left leg bends. Inhale the left leg straight and exhale, bend the other. Playing with that if it feels right to you, but it's an inhale from center point to the toes, and the exhale drops and bends that prana, and the inhale takes it back up to straight. So just something to play with. If you chose splitting the legs like that, eventually join the energies back together with the toes reaching up. Take about 3 more breaths here, or in child or Virdrasana, whatever you've chosen. If you're in the headstand, release. Come back into child. If you took the inversion, maybe roll forward a little bit and stretch out the back of the neck. And then sit back up on your heels. Take your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for allowing me to share in your yoga practice. Thank you for sharing your spirit, energy, breath, and most of all, your heart. May we be ever mindful of the opposing forces that exist in our life to allow us to build strength. Namaste.